Hey, this is episode 44 of With Purpose. We've been doing this for a bit now, and I am glad you are on this journey with me. Thanks for hanging in there. Tell your friends if you like this. I would love to have more friends here on With Purpose, and that'd be great. All right. So this week, I want to talk about that moment when you're on an airplane and you take off, and maybe it's rainy, gloomy, cold day, wherever you're taking off from. But just a couple minutes after takeoff, you break through the clouds, and it's a bright and sunny day, beautiful. The horizon is vast. You can see a long way. And you can feel the warmth through the window, even though it's like negative 70 outside. Just feels warmer, and it's a special thing, right? It's sunny up there. You know, the last few weeks I've had what felt like a pretty gloomy time. Like it's been a little bit of a slog in life, and so. Felt busy, had some challenges at work, had some challenges at home, and it felt like I was just struggling through this gray, dark time, and it wasn't very exciting. It wasn't fun. It wasn't a thunderstorm. Like it wasn't, there was no hail and tornadoes. Like nothing was that bad, but it just wasn't great. It didn't feel great. But I took a flight, and it reminded me of something, a saying somebody told me, and I wish I could remember who told me this. If it was one of you, please reach out and tell me. But somebody told me this once, and man, it's just, I've found it to be so true. They said, it's always sunny above the clouds. Dang. That got me at the time, and it gets me today, still too. Because what it's telling us is when we're feeling like we're in that gray, gloomy time, we need to just change our perspective a little bit. Because if we are able to rise up and look at the bigger picture, to see things from a higher vantage point, almost always, things are not going as bad as we think, or not as frustrating as we think, and there is always light and excitement and good things happening that we aren't seeing. It's always sunny above the clouds. But how do we do that? Like this idea of gaining altitude is good, but how do we do that? I think there's three things that I would point out just as little practical ways to remind yourself and kind of reset a little bit. And so the first is to revisit your purpose or your why. We've talked about that a lot on this podcast. It's called With Purpose for exactly this reason, that we have a bigger meaning to our life than the things that we work on just in day-to-day tasks. And zooming out and remembering what that big why is, what that larger purpose for your life is, what you are passionate about, and how you are impacting it makes a huge difference. And so the first thing is to just zoom out and revisit that why. The second thing that I found really helpful sometimes is to just talk with somebody who has a little bit of that higher vantage point, right? So maybe that's a mentor, your spouse, a good friend, or somebody on your team that can provide just a little bit of perspective to you, that can listen to your challenges and say, yeah, I get it. Like I've been in that spot before, and that rain kind of sucks. But can you see, or what if, or what about these other things? And having somebody else speak that truth or life into us, I think, can be a really powerful thing. And so I'd say look for somebody that has a little bit different, a higher vantage point. And then the last thing I'd encourage you to do is just create a short list of above the clouds things that you know are true in your life, and keep that on your phone or at your desk or somewhere where you can just glance at it. For me, that list looks a lot like the gratitude list that I write most weeks. I'm really grateful for a few people and a few things in my life. And whenever the rest of the stuff that I have to do or I get to do isn't going as well, looking at that list of those things kind of reminds me of that bigger picture, that view above the clouds. And I think that'd probably be helpful for you too. It's really simple to do. Okay, so that's this week's episode. Summary statement: it's always sunny above the clouds. That could have been the whole episode, I think. But remember that, and hopefully that will help you next time that you're struggling a little bit down below. So now let's transition into our time of planning. We're going to start with that gratitude list. List out a few things. I am always grateful. Every week on my list is my wife, Erin. She is such a fantastic partner for me in my life. She's my best friend. We love hanging out together. We love doing things together. And I am so grateful for her. So what are you grateful for this week? Okay, so first question this week, and a reminder, we have a planner that we make custom for every single one of these episodes. You can find it linked in the show notes here or on my website, benhutton.com. All right, it's just that easy. But here's the first question. Is there somewhere in your work or personal life that recently you've been stuck below the clouds? Like you've just had the wrong perspective? Second question, and you might have multiple answers to this one. Who in your life consistently helps you see above the clouds? Who is that person you can go to get advice, to commiserate with, that will help you change your perspective? And that when you walk away from them, you always feel a little bit lighter, a little bit more encouraged, a little bit more inspired. Who are those people? It's important we have a few, I think. Okay, well, that's it for this week's episode of With Purpose. We'll see you back here next week for episode 45 of our podcast, and I hope you'll bring a friend with you next time. So we'll see you then.